When I was a young man, I had liberty, but I did not see it. I had time, but I did not know it. And I had love, but I did not feel it. Many decades would pass before I understood the meaning of all three. And now, the twilight of my life, this understanding has passed into contentment. Liberty.
The wisdom of our creed is revealed through these words. We work in the dark, serve the light. We are assassins.
Assassin's Creed 2 is a 2009 action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It is the second major installment in the Assassin's Creed series, and the sequel to 2007's Assassin's Creed. The game was first released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in November 2009 and was later made available on Microsoft Windows in March 2010 and OS X in October 2010. Remastered versions of the game and its two sequels, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed Revelations, were released as a part of the Ezio Collection compilation for the PS4 and Xbox One on November 15, 2016 for the Nintendo Switch on February 17, 2022. The game's plot is set in a fictional history of real-world events and follows the millennia-old struggle between the assassins who fight to preserve peace and free will and the Templars who desire peace through control. The framing story is set in the 21st century and follows Desmond Miles as he relives the genetic memories of his ancestor Ezio Attendori da Firenze to uncover the unknown mysteries left behind by an ancient race known as the First Civilization, in the hope of ending the Assassin-Templar conflict. The main narrative takes place at the height of the main Renaissance in Italy from 1476 to 1499 and follows Ezio's journey as an assassin while seeking revenge against those responsible for the death of his father and brothers. Gameplay focuses on using Ezio's combat, stealth, and parkour abilities to defeat enemies and explore the environment. The game features a large open world comprising several Italian cities including Florence, Venice, Montergioni, San Giammano, and Flori, all of which have been accurately recreated to fit the game's historical setting. Upon release, Assassin's Creed 2 received universal critical acclaim from video game publications with praise for its narrative, characters, world design, and improvements over the first game. However, the PC version was met with some criticism in relation to the digital rights management system and thus had the always online DRM permanently removed. Considered one of the best video games ever made, it sold more than 9 million copies within 6 months and is frequently cited as the game that brought the Assassin's Creed series to mainstream popularity. The game spawned two direct sequels, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood 2010 and Assassin's Creed Revelations 2011, and a spin-off game that nobody really liked called Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery 2009, all of which expand on Ezio's story while introducing new plot lines, characters, and locations. Assassin's Creed 2 is a game played from the third-person perspective and set in an open world based on late 15th century Renaissance Italy. Gameplay is non-linear and focuses on hack-and-slash combat, stealth, and exploration. The Animus 2.0, a new version of the machine of the same name present in Assassin's Creed, provides in-game context for changes and additions to several game elements. A database is also available providing extra historical information about key landmarks, characters, and services that the player encounters. The health system has been more dynamic with synchronization to the Animus and causing the character to recover only from minor injuries. More grievous injuries require visiting a street-side doctor. You know, the guys that look like a crow? or use of medicine, which can be purchased from those creepy doctors, or found on bodies. The player may now swim in water, and eagle vision, the ability to identify specific people and landmarks, can now be used in third-person view and while moving. A young Leonardo da Vinci is present in the game, aiding the player by creating new weapons from translated codex pages that Altair, the original game's main character, left behind for future assassins to analyze and inside the pages. Leonardo's flying machine based on real-life aeroplanes can also be used during one mission. Other means of transport available in the game include horses, which can only be ridden outside of the major cities, gondolas, found most prominently in Venice, and the carriage, which is also ridden during a mission involving Leonardo. Each of the places the player can visit is more detailed compared to Assassin's Creed 1, and NPCs have a more human-like behavior. For example, civilians can sometimes be caught coughing or sneezing. Additionally, the player can hire groups of mercenaries, courtesans, thieves to fight distract or lore guards, respectively. A day and night cycle has been added to the game, giving the game more of a realistic sense of time than just it always being night and then magically it being day. There are many ways to interact with NPCs. You can throw money in their face, or a corpse can be carried and then deposited on the ground, may also serve as a distraction for both guards and peasants. There are also several different types of enemies, more agile ones that run after you like the Flash Barry Allen, or stronger brute ones. They all search hiding places where Ezio was last seen. The player can also mock an enemy during combat, like Devil May Cry. The combat system is more complex than Assassin's Creed 1, with the ability to disarm opponents using counterattacks while unarmed. If the player steals an enemy's weapon, it is possible to follow up with an attack that instantly kills the enemy. Desmond Miles, voice acted by Nolan North, the guy that voices Nathan Drake in the Uncharted series. After the events of the first game, Desmond Miles, rescued from Abstergo by an undercover assassin, Lucy Stillman, and taken to a safe house where he meets her team consisting of a historian and analyst, Sean Hastings, and technician Rebecca Crane. They have constructed their own animus, which they intend to use to train Desmond as an assassin through the bleeding effect, which allows the user to learn their ancestors' skill at a rapid pace. Desmond is instructed to relive the memories of Ezio Attendori da Firenze, born into a wealthy Florentine family in 1459 during the Italian Renaissance. Ezio has grown into a charismatic but reckless young man after his father Giovanni and brothers Federico and Petrico are framed for treason and executed by corrupt magistrate Uberto Aliberti. Ezio retrieves his father's assassin equipment and murders Uberto in revenge. Ezio and his remaining family, his mother Maria and his sister Claudia, flee Florence and head to their ancestral home in Montergioni. There, Ezio's uncle Mario explains their family's role as members of the Assassin Brotherhood and reveals that Giovanni was killed because he had uncovered a conspiracy mastermind by the Templar Order, the Assassin's sworn enemy. After being trained as an assassin, Ezio pursues vengeance against the Templars, most of whom are members of noble families like the Pazzi and the Barbergios. His journey spans over a decade and leads Ezio to make several allies, including inventor Leonardo da Vinci, who provides him with equipment based on information left by the assassin Altair ibn Ahad, statesman Lorenzo de' Medici, whom he saves from the Pazzi's assassination plot, and Caterina Sforza, the Countess of Forli. Eventually, Ezio uncovers the identity of the Templar Grand Master Rodrigo Borgia, who plotted to secure control of Italy and obtain the powerful Apple of Eden. In 1488, Ezio intercepts the apple and confronts Rodrigo, who reveals his intention to unlock the vault, which he believes will grant him godlike powers. Rodrigo almost overpowers Ezio with several memory sequences too corrupted to access, later made available as DLC. The team sends Desmond to the final memory in 1499 after discovering the vault is located underneath the Papal Palace. Ezio infiltrates the Vatican and battles Rodrigo, now Pope Alexander VI, who is empowered by the Papal staff, another piece of Eden. Ezio defeats Rodrigo but spares his life, having overcome his desire for revenge. He then unlocks the vault using the apple on the staff and is contacted by the hologram Minerva. Aware that Desmond is listening, Minerva explains how her people, the first civilization, created humanity to serve them, but were destroyed by a catastrophic event. The survivors joined forces with humanity, building a network of vaults to preserve the technology and prevent a future disaster. Before vanishing, she tells Desmond that only he has the power to fulfill the prophecy, leaving Desmond and Ezio confused. In the present, Abstergo agents led by Warren Vidic attack the hideout, forcing the team to evacuate as they head out to a new location. Lucy informs Desmond that the assassins have detected strange occurrences in the Earth's magnetic field. A solar flare is scheduled to occur in a few months, which will likely trigger the same catastrophic event that ended the first civilization. Desmond prepares to re-enter the Animus, leading into the events of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now, this is my conclusion on Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 is one of the most revolutionary games for its time. Like, guys, this game, when it came out, people thought it was like the Elden Ring of today. Like, the parkour was like kind of a rather new thing in games. The graphics, the swimming, the combat, the stealth, all of this, the story, and everything, the wise characters, everything about this game was revolutionary. Even till today, this game is awesome, and I would recommend you to start with this game if you have never played Assassin's Creed. And if you have played Assassin's Creed before and not played this game, please go play it now. What are you doing? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.